Here we go, everyone. Welcome to group break number 264. Today we have the Ultimate Mixer. We got 4 boxes of 2021 Extended Series Hobby, one of Series 2, one of 2021-22 Series 1 Hobby, and then 2 Ultimate. In case you're wondering how we chose the Ultimate boxes, it's from the same inner case as the random from last week. We just rolled the die again. To figure out the boxes, and then it's from that same master case as the hit draft, which, like, the only notable hit was the Laugh auto out of 15, and honestly, like, there's some nice cards in there, like the Eichel jersey auto, but nothing major. So yeah, and in those 2 boxes, I think there's, like, the Robertson was nice, but probably, like, could be something nice hiding in these Ultimate boxes. But anyways, let's get into the random. So 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams, 2 breaks to do today. Gonna be some fun. Hopefully we can get something sick. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Again, looking forward to the triple up. Here we go. 3 times. Once. Twice. 3rd time. And teams 3 times. 1st time. 2nd time. And 3rd time. Calgary on top, Minnesota on the bottom. Here we go. Alan, you've got the Calgary Flames. Jason, you've got the Colorado Avalanche. Kevin Arangel with the Hurricanes. Kevin Dorsch with the Ducks. Michael with the Vegas Golden Knights. Marshall with the Flyers. Michael Turner with the Predators. Ken with the Habs. Patrick, you've got the Senators. Reginald with the Stars. Gia with the Panthers, Bill with the Red Wings, Emil with the Bruins, Jordan, you've got the Sabres, Kevin with the Oilers, Jean-Francois with the Canucks, Patrick, you've got the Rangers, Graham with the Blue Jackets, Sarah, you got the Kings, Ian with the Islanders, Fotis with the Capitals, Craig with the Blues, Stuart with the Coyotes, Emil with the Lightning and the Jets, Reginald with Chicago, Carl with the Devils, Randy, you've got the Penguins, Kevin, you have the Leafs, Debbie with the Sharks, and Riley with the Wild. So there we go. Let's go ahead and let's get this into the Stream Team Viewer. Hey, TRB. All right, let's save this. Final. Live. Be good. All right, that should be correct. I mean, yeah, the Wild are a very big hit or miss team. So that's essentially the thing, right? Like, if you hit with them, you're hitting something insane. If you miss with them, I mean, you're going to miss. Between 4 boxes of extended, you shouldn't get shut out. Hopefully, knock on wood. But yeah, we'll leave it a couple seconds for trades. But we'll rip through extended, then we'll go Series 2, Series 1, and Ultimate. So, nice little balance here. Extended kind of covers a lot of different teams in different ways, so here we go. All right. So yeah, like I said, the Ultimate case, I mean, I think the Laugh will end up being the best hit from that case. It is a Laugh Ultimate Introductions auto out of 15. Like, one of the most beautiful cards in the set. So, Dallas is like heavy Series 1. I don't even think Robertson is actually in extended, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, the Ultimate Master case has been, like, that'll be probably the top hit, but there wasn't really anything, like, there's some nice stuff, but there wasn't anything, like, insane. So these are a little bit on the but yeah, Dallas is heavily Series 1. You'll get like probably some Harleys and stuff. Well, these are These are stuck together quite a bit, so we might not be doing rip and stack tonight. Yeah, we're just going to give up on rip and stack because these are stuck, so might be a little bit of a longer break here. Let me go through this. Extended is very hit or miss on whether or not the base cards are going to stick together or not. There we go. All right, so we'll start off, then we'll go pack by pack. Lankinen for Chicago. Normally try and rip and stack just because it is significantly easier, but they're just stuck. Norris for the Senators. Cards are a little bit on the cold side. I don't know why, but that's kind of funny. Nolan Foote for the Devils on the Young Guns. So, and it doesn't really affect anything. It's just they're just stuck together. So it just you have to go card by card to peel them apart, essentially. I like some of the retro cards in the set. I'm not a big fan of the holographics. Like Kaprizov for the Wild, not the worst holographics to get. I don't like them. They seem not great. Honestly, I don't know if that's it. It's probably as good as some of the Young Guns. So, the Ultimate Victory, I'm not a big fan of either. But like, to each their own there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Probably French. No, just a base pack. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think the Quinn Hughes is a photo variation. I'll stick it to the side to look after, but yeah, these are super sticky. So I just like as a heads up, the next break's probably gonna be a little. I know a lot of people are in both breaks, but like the next break is gonna be a little bit later, just because this is just gonna take a little bit longer to deal with. So price for the Habs. If the next box of extended, these are unsticking a little bit. If they start unsticking, we'll go back to rip and stack, but yeah. Just easier. Dellandrea for the Stars on the Ovation. It is much easier to open them up rip and stack style. Base. That's all base. That's a Gabe Vilardi for the Kings on the rookie. Sorry, I almost said Skybox, but it's what's the exact subset again? It's a special edition rookie class. Mikko Lehtonen for the Leafs on the Young Guns. Buffett, is it? Yeah, Buffett, or is it Buffett or Buffet? I don't think so, to be completely honest. So this is what I like. This is my least favorite insert set, probably of last year. Aho for the Hurricanes on the holographics. They don't look good. Okay, either way. I don't think so, but unfortunately, I can't directly answer that. McDavid for the Oilers on the Ultimate Victory. I will say I like the McDavid Ultimate Victories, not just because it's not just because it's McDavid, but because the card design actually like looks okay. Our boy Carter Hart for the Flyers. I hope he bounces back again. Ooh, these are sidey. Okay, that makes me happy. Shimolovsky on the Young Guns for the Sharks. Get rid of the pack. Yeah, the base cards have been they've been nice the past few years. I still wish they were MVPs like stock. All right, that seems a little bit slicker. See if we can do some up and down. Those seem to be a little bit looser. But yeah, like the base card design has been solid. Like it's been, yeah, the corners and edges this year aren't great. I mean, honestly, even last year, like it's the same as last year. They're both in this. They're both in pretty similar spots. Like this year, I think it's a slightly more noticeable just because there's more of the border that shows. But that's our first real sticky one. Be unstuck. I think maybe if I just unstick them as we go. I'm trying to figure out like what's the best way to open them up when they're all stuck like this. It's like not just painful me opening them up. Oh, this is a weird pack. These are just shredding. That's the other thing I didn't like too much about last year's. Oh, some of these cards are like freezing for some reason. Like this room isn't that cold. There we go. I hope this year for Extended that they get rid of the one base pack per box, because that to me felt, it just made it feel not great. Reflections of Marner for the Leafs. Open them and unstick them. Yeah, that might be the best way. So, that's not the variation. Ovechkin for the Capitals. French variation of Oshie for the Capitals. Drew O'Connor for the Penguins on the Young Guns. Sticky bunch here. We should have our Calendar Miller for the Rangers on our retro. Like honestly, yeah. Like if you're trying to put together base sets, it's probably just better off directly buying them than purchasing boxes. Just because, I mean, a lot of people just look to get rid of base. So, hand mark for the Sharks. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exclusives of Sherry for the Capitals to 100, 94 of 100. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Boretsky for the Predators on the clear cut. It's kind of funny because this is based in his clear cut right behind it. Pretty good little box here in terms of like rare cards. Seth Jones for Columbus to 299. No special numbering on that or anything like that. Just high number. Godin for the Flames on the Young Guns. And then I think we're finishing off with a Markstrom for the Flames on the 0506. There we go. There's the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did get 6 Young Guns. Okay, I was curious. I don't think that Quinn Hughes is a variation because I don't think he has one. But all right, let's hope box 2 isn't a stock. Yeah, putting together base sets kind of like one of those things. You can do it one of two ways. Like you can do it through just, you know, not trying and just opening up boxes, which I think like it's fine to like obviously you're just chasing hits that way, and then it's like, yeah, if I get the base set, I get the base set. But like if you want it for your best bang for your buck, it is 100% to just buy it. Yeah, the base packs, especially in like Series 1, Series 2, and honestly, Extended is one of those ones that I wish that they would do like how they used to do Series 2 back in the day, where it was like MVP update rookie, OPG update rookie, and hit, or like, you know, you get multiple hits in a pack because it's a value product with updates as opposed to like a major core product. And I just, you know, that's, you're not as dependent on the, like, you're not as dependent on the product being as dependent on the rookie crop, like especially the core young guns. So like it'll help move the product, and like it makes it a better opening experience, right? Like especially if you can insert some of like, you know, the updates that you've gone throughout the years, like throughout the year. If you put like update rookie autos and put it in the end, like towards the end of the year, you know, like don't have it so quick after, so you can sneak in updates from like even OPG Platinum and like Allure. Honestly, like I feel like it should release after those, because then you can sneak in, like, especially for Allure. You know, Allure was last year. I know they tried to do it earlier in the year, but it just didn't work out like that. And then it released like pretty quickly alongside OPG Platinum. But I really do think that they should look at putting it a little bit later in the calendar year and focusing on just getting the updates and stuff in. So Robertson for the Leafs on the holographics. Pedersen for the Canucks. Aho for the Hurricanes. Because, like, make it, like, a true update. Like, make it somewhat in between Marchand for the Bruins on the Ovation. Somewhat in between, like, Chronicles from Panini and, like, update from Topps. And it'd be an insane product. Suitsla for the Senators on the rookie class. It might go up there. Kevin Ball for the Devils. Like, that would be my ideal format for the box, or like for extended. Lewis for the Jets, and a little bit more like original designs would also be nice. I think this is a decent young gun crop. Yeah, Hofer for the Blues, so we should probably have Rathbone and Kaliev in this box. Ian Mitchell for Chicago. Curran for the Ducks. Pros and prospects of Huberdeau for the Panthers to 1,000. I'll put it up there. It's numbered. Hoglander for the Canucks. But, like, you know, I think it's a product that's definitely needed in Upper Deck's product cycle, especially right now. You know, it's just, you're going to be missing too many young guns. Otherwise, but like they need more chasey stuff, and also like just you either need to put like better chase cards in it or more value, or both, in terms of just like insert sets, right? So that's my thoughts. I mean, I'm not everyone, but I feel like that's, from what I saw, the general feedback with Extended was like, it just, like, a lot of it was, you still have some insanely good, like, cards to hit, but it's just, it's so dependent on, like, just the general, like, young gun crop sucked in it, and, like, you know, it just could have delivered a little bit better. So, like, if Extended comes out during an insane rookie year, where, like, all your update rookies and stuff are in it, which, like, could be the case this year, it'll be really good. But yeah, I like that they have at least 23 young guns, or no, 22. There's 122 base young guns, and then 3 checklists throughout the year. I think that's a lot better than just limiting themselves to what they had. Cousins for the Sabres on the holographic Gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not a variation, so unless this is a hit. I don't think this is a variation either, so yeah, I think that's just a base pack. Yeah, we haven't had a base pack yet, so Hughes for the Devils. Kaprizov for the Wild. DiPietro for the Canucks. Mackey for the Flames. Rathbone for the Canucks. I like Rathbone. I'd say he's one of those ones that's like a better, you know, futures bet. Ooh, oh, wrong King, but Young Guns exclusives of Strand for the Kings. I got excited because I thought it was Kaliev at first, and nope, Strand. That legitimately would have been like one of the best cards to get. But hey, it's a Young Gun exclusive, so those are really tough to pull, so. And a clear cut. This is a miscut clear cut. I think it is, yeah. It's a little bit off-centered, but Van Riemsdyk for the Capitals. It just looks off, yeah. It's got to be off a little bit. McDavid for the Oilers to 2,999 on the SPX Finite. And there's Kaliev for the Kings. So, good box. And Rantanen for the Avs. I mean, like, the best Young Gun crop. Hey, Bill. You have Detroit. The best Young Gun crop that you can get in this with an exclusives, the McDavid Finite. Clear cut. Yeah. Good box. In terms of, like, rarity. Obviously, if you take that exclusives and make it someone better, you're happier, but can't all be winners. All right. Six. Packs are just fluffy. 6. Troy Terry. I've always liked Troy Terry. I thought Sam Steele was going to be better, but I like Troy Terry. I think he's good. Obviously had a good year, but he's been super talented, and like I don't think he'll be like a superstar type player, but he'll be like, you know, a good middle six forward. Probably closer to the top 6 side of things, but like that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Probably a second line guy. Second line guy that can fill in kind of wherever you need him in the lineup. I mean, honestly, like, that's good. Defer the Red Wings. Hey, if everyone could have deferred the Red Wings, I mean, we wouldn't have the Red Wings in a break until 2025 at this point. Yeah. Yeah, Terry is like one of those, I think he'll end up being overshadowed by other rookies in Anaheim, but he'll be good. Like, I think buying him right now might... It's tough, but yeah. Honestly, buying graded right now is fine. Like, Kaliev for the Kings on the retro. Let's throw that in there. Callum Booth for the Bruins on the Young Guns. Makar on the Reflections for the Avs. Cal Flip for the Lightning. Need more stars, eh? French Young Guns of Kodorenko for the Rangers. So we're hitting like case hit style stuff here. Verbeek for the Habs. Greenway for the Wild. Yeah, I like Troy Terry. I don't think he'll be the best player, but I don't think he'll be fine. Horvat for the Canucks. Ingram for the Predators. Maltsev for the Devils. Again, I think Maltsev could end up being one of those like sleeper players. Matthews for the Leafs on the holographics. Horvat for the Canucks. Wonder if his stuff shot up because he hit 60 goals. Honestly, one of my favorite parts about like sports card collecting and like hockey in general is that like the difference between a 59 goal and a 60 goal season isn't really like that big, but like, you know. Series 1 or Series 2 on 1920. Both are fine. Like, Series 1, you've got Fox and the Hughes. Yeah. Yeah, Series 1 is good still. I think it's slightly undervalued. Oh, you got your Matthews Young Gun graded 10 from PSA. Oh. Yeah, I've got mine as well. Honestly, Tier B, it's Dallas and Chicago. Chicago's like quiet so far, but like Dallas is definitely quiet. They should have more, but yeah. I have one raw Matthews that I don't know if I want to get it graded. I probably should, but yeah, that's a big card. I've got some Matthews stuff. I've got some Leafs stuff that I'm sitting on essentially. Like, if the Leafs ever win a cup, whoever is on that team is just going to skyrocket. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just going to skyrocket. Besser for the Canucks. Same with McDavid stuff, right? McDavid for the Oilers. I think McDavid will go up over time. McMichael for the Capitals, just because it's McDavid. Bunting for the Yotes. That's actually one of the sleeve and top load Young Guns. Actually, where's that Kaliev retro? I want to get that one. Not the biggest, but just enough. Like, was the headliner, so yeah. The Pacific Division is going to be brutal in a few years. Byram for the Avs. This seems more like holographic-y than normal, but it's not. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would have to be a variation. I don't think it is. But we'll set it to the side. So that's probably our base pack. Didn't hit one yet. The crops are very like, they run hot. Kane for Chicago. Holtz for the Kings. We did cases where we wouldn't get a single Young Gun. Broussard for the Yotes to 100 on the exclusives. Like we did cases where we wouldn't get a Young Gun, and like when there's only 25 in the set, like that's pretty wild. Obeku Bell for the Flies. That's 3 clear cuts and 3 exclusives. Burns for the Sharks. This is a hot case. It's $2.99. Zub for the Senators. All right, this Hughes is not a variation. Matches that. Yeah, Canucks are. Chicago's doing decent for inserts. Chicago, Tampa's not. Calgary's doing like okay. But yeah. Like again, here's the thing with extended, is that like if this were like the average box of extended, especially from last year, this product would have been fine, and it wouldn't have been like as negatively looked upon as it was. Like, if every box was like this, I understand every box can't, but, like, you know, this is fine. This is like solid to open up. The base pack still is kind of just like, I don't like it, but you know. But yeah, this has been really solid. 3 exclusives. You could go a case and not get 3 exclusives. You could go a case and not get a Young Guns exclusives. I mean, dear B, you're more hoping for like, with you've got Chicago and Dallas, like Chicago and Dallas, your Chicago Series 2 for sure. But like you've got one of the best teams for Ultimate in terms of like, absolute hit potential. You have legitimately one of the best teams in the product. So honestly, probably second best behind the Rangers, maybe third. Or sorry, behind the Wild, maybe third best behind the Rangers. But Robertson's really, really, really good. I finally sold my Young Gun exclusives of him, and like I didn't want to, but at the same time, I said if I ever got that much for it, I would sell it. So I got to stay true to myself. So even though I think it's going to keep going up, Sorokin for the Islanders is still a lot more than what I paid for it. I think that's a base pack. Fairby for the Flyers. Soderstrom for the Yotes. $12.50 on it. So Stanley for the Jets. I sold it twice for $12,000 and neither buyer paid up. Hillis for the Habs. Honestly, the biggest reason why I took the offer is that I knew I'd get paid for. Kaliev for the Kings. Just because I knew who the seller was. So, and the sellers, or not the seller, I knew who the buyer was, and they're very well known. We'll put it at that. O'Connor for the Penguins, in terms of like just the sports card place, and also I guess pro sports as well. Tavares for the Leafs. Nolan Foot for the Devils. Oh yeah, the cup break. Yeah, that was a nice card. Renee for the Predators on the Pink Dazzlers. It's kind of funny because that was the first time I've opened up that product specifically, and I actually own that exact same card. Derek Grant for the Ducks on the clear cut. I actually own that exact same card, different numbering obviously, but yeah. Yeah, the one thing I learned with selling that Robertson card is that people are. I get it when you're spending that amount of money that you're gonna be picky over conditions, but like when I'm taking super zoomed in shots and like a tiny speck of dust is showing up pretty big, it's like, come on. So I got my scanner set up again. So if we do get a big hit, by the way, and you want to scan a bit, let me know. I will try and do better at scanning our bigger cards. Just to have them on record. Like, I like having them on file and stuff, and like can go back and be like, yeah, that's definitely the biggest card that we've pulled. The Kaprizov RPA from Premier will probably be that is my favorite card that we've pulled so far. I mean, like, we pulled some big cards, but that should be our biggest, and it shouldn't be too close. Although we pulled the Kaprizov out of 25 auto from Artifacts, and like that was a huge money card at the time. Like, I hope they sold that. I think that was photos actually. I hope you got that sold for like even half of what it was going for at the time, because what it was going for was crazy. All right, let's see if we get another exclusives. I mean, maybe we do have a hot case. Would be nice. Would be nice, because we've had some pretty bad cases of extended before. So Ingram for the Predators. Letton for the Leafs. Makar for the Avs on the holographics. Okay, this was a base pack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a base pack. Hall for the Sabres. Liljegren for the Leafs. So that's 2 base packs? Or did we have one in the first half? I don't think we had one in the first half. Matthews for the Leafs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Werenski for the Blue Jackets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Krebs for Vegas on the premium prospects. I think he might be the next player to jump up a little bit. His underlying numbers aren't great, but his talent level's good. So Bellows for the Islanders. Shimoleski for the Sharks. Well, I don't think we have an exclusives, but could be wrong. Gibson for the Ducks on the Ultimate Victory. So, yeah, not the best box. Did we get a retro Young Gun? We actually didn't get a retro Young Gun, did we? Let me run back through, because that's kind of weird. We should have got a retro. Did we? I can't think we got one though. Just seemed like a weak box to end on. Cause like it would have been. How many Young Guns did we even get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Zuba's last box. That was just a weak box. Huh. Let me grab the other base stack. Here. I'm gonna run through this quickly, make sure I'm not missing anything. I think we were just straight up missing it. Not missing anything. I don't think the Sagan's a variation, but check it. I know the McKinnon's not a I actually pulled the McKinnon variation. And the only box of this I did is a really bad box, but yep, just donuts. That one was weak. That was a weak box. No way of getting around that one not being weak. So, for Young Gun exclusives, I mean, that's tough. I haven't looked at his price in a while. So, honestly, I haven't looked at a ton of pricing in a while. I've looked at like very specific cards that I'm looking to move, but I haven't looked at Troy Terry. I've got Troy Terry stuff. But like, you know, whatever the last like eBay pricing is, if you can get it for that, then, or like kind of like see what the average is, and somewhere's in there. So, all right, here we go. Series 2-time. This is where Chicago and, I mean, Chicago in general shine. But yeah, like Young Gun exclusives are really, like, if you can get them for don't know. What's the proper price point? I mean, there hasn't been completed, so I mean, if you can get one for like his Young Gun goes for what does his Young Gun go for? It goes for 30-ish. If you can get one in the 200, 300 range, I think that's fair. Essentially, the best way to look if you don't have a comp on eBay, look for similar price Young Guns, and then so like in that $30 Young Gun range, look what their exclusives are going for, and then judge off that. Telus' marketing try to call me again. I really wish that they would like be like, hey, don't call me unless it's an actual account issue. But yeah, I don't. So like, yeah, I'd look up like Duke for Vegas, like Lawrence for the Hurricanes on the jerseys. I'd look up just similar priced ones and go from there. Hi Suter for Chicago. Shea Weber for the Habs. Okay, Andre Miller for the Rangers. Nice one there. We'll do the sleeve and top load. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't say Bunting's a great comp, but it might not be horrible. But yeah, look for Young Guns in that same range, and then in completed listings, and then look at what their exclusives are selling for, and that should be your target. Robertson for the Leafs. French variation of Chiasson for the Oilers. Crawley for the Rangers. Mikolo for the Blues. Ingram for the Predators. In case you're wondering, by the way, why I flip over the retro rookies and retro cards in OPG, it's because you can get blank backs. Athanasiou for the Oilers. And they're super rare, super tough to pull. And Whistle for Chicago, and I love them. And check for the Capitals. Yeah. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's honestly like 100 for a graded that goes 25. Like, just like thinking about that, to get a card graded, especially probably then, like, you know, look into the cost of getting a card graded, and if it's like comes back at 10, like, it's just so weird to think about it. The person paid probably $50+ to get it graded, and like it added $25 to the card, but then you got taxes and then shipping on top of that, and you're selling it on eBay, so you're really like not gaining much. As a seller, you're not gaining much. As a buyer, that is a good deal. That's what actually I used to do back in the day, and the cards that I'm mainly looking up is that someone listed a bunch of graded cards from Beckett. They were all 9.5, so they're all just like above a normal grade, and I was just buying them at essentially. I bought some cards at the price to grade 4, some Young Guns. And it's like, you know, they may not be the biggest names, but it's still a graded like Young Gun, and it's like at the end of the day, it costs. Back then, it cost like $22 to get a card graded through Beckett. Send for the Devils, and so like for me, it's just like I don't have to go through the trouble of getting it graded. Byron for the Avs on the retro. Andre for the Stars. There's a Dallas. Hedman for the Lightning, and Tavares for the Leafs. Canvas Dazzlers. Makar for the Avs, but that's also just something to keep in mind. Like if you're looking at getting a card graded, like if it's for your own collection, Larmy for the Penguins, it's one thing. But like if you're looking to increase the value of the cards, look at the difference between graded and ungraded. Look at the condition of your card. Because not every card's going to come back at 10. You'll levy for the Canucks. Ooh, box filler of Ojic for the Canucks. That's kind of cool. But yeah, not every card's going to come back at 10. Regular for Chicago. And, like, that's fine. But you got to keep that in mind because sometimes, like, people are just like, oh, like, if I get it graded at 10, it's worth a lot more. Hamilton for the Hurricanes. And, like, yes, it is, but you're also paying for the grade. Ottinger for the Oilers. Or, Skinner for the Oilers, sorry. Bowers for the Avs. Why did I say Ottinger? I think I said Oilers. But KSA and SGC are fine. Like, SGC should hold up fine. KSA might be a little bit, like, lower. But yeah, like, again, whenever someone asks me about grading cards, it's like, look at how much it'd go for graded versus ungraded. Is it important that it gets graded? Like, if it's a $20 Young Gun and it's going to be, you know, $70 graded, like, the only reason you get it graded is, like, if it grades a 10 at 70, like, the only reason to actually get it graded is to keep it, essentially. Yeah, and, like, see, like, going to, like, mint and stuff for cards like that is fine, too. It's just, it won't hold quite the same reputation that PSA and BGS will, but it still should be solid. And mints generally, like, the one thing I will say about mint is that they seem to be a little bit tougher on grades. They did have a slab resealing issue a while ago, but yeah, and again, if you're in Canada, especially, which I mean, I'm assuming most of us are here, getting it shipped across the border with stuff for PSA and BGS can be really expensive. So I'd love to do. Like card grading would be something that would be fun, but yeah. Like honestly, if I'm doing it in the States, I look for like someone who lives in the States to kind of broker the deal, for lack of better things, so, like group submissions and stuff. So yeah, I've had zero issues with BGS stuff. I've had none with PSA either, but again, I've only done group submissions, so where I was just sending the cards in and someone else was doing all of that for me. So I like BGS grades better than PSA. Like I like the subgrades a little bit better. But again, it's personal preference. So here, oh, that's a good card to flip to. Oh, this is a good box. Veleno for the Red Wings on the Young Guns. Kupari for the Kings. This is a really weird Young Gun crop. Kakinen for the Wild. Sorokin for the Islanders. Jeannot for the Predators. Okay. This box might be the hottest box of Series 1 in terms of base Young Guns that we've ever opened. No spoilers, but it's like, it's wild. Laugh for the Rangers. Because there's a Zegras for the Ducks. So, like, let's put it this way. We've just hit Zegras, Veleno, Kupari, and Jeannot, who are, like... Zegras is the number one player that you want from this. Jeannot is, like, top 5. Veleno and Kupari are, like, B, C tiers, which aren't, like, bad. And they've never... Veleno and Kupari can be in a crop together, but wild. Robertson for the Stars. This is, like... This is a wild box. Chuck for the Senators. There's a new hook canvas for the Avalanche too. Like that's literally 3rd, 4th best canvas that you can get. And there's a Young Gun checklist of Zegras and Caulfield. So that'll be a random. Crazy. Well, the second half of this box is either going to be equally exciting or just an absolute dud in comparison. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks, because, like, holy cow. That is, I've never seen that. Like, that many good young guns in a row. And the Zegras is off the stand a little bit. The Zegras corner is a little bit soft. Don't know if it'll catch it on here, but the corner and like the edge, you're not gonna get. I don't think you'll ever get a 10 on this. The edges are pretty rough, and actually the top right corner is also pretty rough. But in terms of like reputation, I'd go with mint. And slabs, yeah. KSA's older, but yeah, both are essentially going to be the Canadian, like, if you're in a Canadian hockey card market, you're going to recognize them, but, like, to US people, they might not, so. Yeah, just a heads up on that, Zegras, like, that is a tough right corner. That is definitely, that's coming back probably an 8 if you get it graded, so. Probably. Maybe a 6. Like, it's not the worst, but it's not the best, so. But yeah, I mean, this could end up still being an insane box, so. We'll see. We'll see how insane this box ends, because that's 4 young guns, right? Jeannot, Zegras, Kupari, Veleno. So we should have maybe 2 in this half. Seth Jones for Columbus on the Hundo P. Hauser for the Sabres on the young guns. That's the first kind of, like, not good one. Doc for Chicago. Sorokin for the Islanders. Byfield for the Kings on the honor roll. Allison for the Flyers. So we shouldn't have any more young guns technically left. Panarin for the Rangers. Ekblad for the Panthers. Hayes for the Flyers. Larkin for the Red Wings. Cates for the Flyers. So we definitely got an extra, like, young guns in here. And Hellbuck for the Jets, because that was 3 in that half and 4 in the first. That was just a really good box. Or, sorry, 5 in the first. We got 2 extra young guns. That's just a weird box. All right. Ultimate time. Here we go. Hopefully we get a good one. This was box serial number 66 and 02. Oh, it feels a little bit on the thicker side. Feels a little bit on the thicker side. We do have a patch. Well, we'll go to the back. I mean, that's just a good card off the back. For the Rangers, Laugh on the jersey to $449. Sorry. Malay on the Ultimate Rookies to $299 for the Capitals. That's not great. Well, there you go. TRB, you wanted a good Dallas Stars hit? How about a Jason Robertson Ultimate Signatures? Nice little J-Rob rookie auto. And for the Sharks, rookie patch auto of Latunov for the Sharks to $99. That's a good box of Ultimate. That's a real good box of Ultimate. The Robertson does have some chipping on the edges, but, like, again, it's kind of normal. Nice J-Rob, though. That's a nice card. And nice Laugh, like, honestly. Not the, like, again, if you're going to hit a base rookie jersey, like, you'll take the laugh. And the Latunov, like, not the best player, but hey, it's a rookie patch auto. Could do worse. Here, I'll just get them in recap order a little bit better here. Go like this. Sure, something like that. All right, and this was 88 and 63. Here we go, final box. So it's funny because just through 3 boxes in this half case, I think it would have been better for the draft. Because you had the J-Rock, you didn't have the pure top end hit, but also feels patchy. No, we just have extra cards, so we have 5. Yeah, we have 5. I'm just gonna try and peek and see what one to end on. Honestly, I think it's just 2 off the back. This is where Dallas shines. Dellandrea for the Stars to 649. Velarde for the Kings to 649. Joseph Woll for the Leafs on the Ultimate Introductions, not numbered. Alexander True for the Sharks on the Rookie Auto. And Braden Point on the Ultimate Signatures for the Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning. Hey, nice point. Not numbered, but nice card. So, one random to do here between Anaheim and Montreal. Let me get that set up. Yeah, your bad luck with mini continues, but at least you got a couple things. I know they're small, but it's better than nothing type of thing. So we got the randoms to do then, and then we're going to have the triple up after. Oh, sorry, Montreal, Anaheim. Here we go, 3 times. Once, twice, and thrice. Montreal takes it. So Montreal on the checklist. I mean, fair, we hit a base Seagrass, so that's kind of, that's fair. Here we go. All right, so quick little recap time. This is Montreal, but that's our best hit. That's our second best hit. That's our third best hit. Get rid of the stands. You can go down here. This can just go over here because it's not really recapable, but here we go. We got the Cordoranko on the French variation from Extended. Some base Young Guns that are worth highlighting. Jeannot. Let's flip it this way. Jeannot for the Predators is good. You got a Kaya base and also the 0506. I just like the look of the 0506. Bunting for the Yotes. Good one. Miller for the Rangers on both the base from Series 2 and the update. Speaking of Rangers, Laugh jersey to 449 from Ultimate. Nice little short print jersey there. Latunov on the RPA, 299 for the Sharks. Sharks did well, 2 Ultimate cards. Braden Point on the Ultimate Signatures for the Lightning. Third best hit, Young Gun exclusives of Strand for the Kings to 100. Second best hit is a Zegras. Again, a little bit of a soft corner, but not the worst. And hit of the break, got to go with the J-Rob Rookie Auto. So, nice one there. That is 264. Solid break onto 265.